Hi, and you're welcome to day 15 of the Bible reading culture. I am Ophelia, and I'm happy to welcome you here. I've always been your host, and I'll continue to be your host until you volunteer to host this, because I really want this to go on even after the 31 days of Proverbs. I'd like us to read Ruth, I'd like us to read Esther, and delve deeper into the women heroes in the Bible. And I would like this to be a faith sharing journey process for each and every one of us. If God has done something for you, you would like to testify, please do so. Let us hear from you. If you have any reflection you want to share for us to discuss, please go on. We would like to also hear from you. So today, I'd like us to read on our reflection, and my reflection mostly is towards young women. And this is because I believe as much as men have greater responsibility to create happy families and a stable home, I believe that the women also bring in something great to the household. Right? I believe that we bring in the nurturing, we bring in the emotional stability, the advice, and the tune of the home. And I learned this from my mom because I loved how she managed our home. She did it with grace, with poise, with class. And now that I'm grown, I get to appreciate her even more. So I don't know if you can notice, I have cold and my voice has changed a bit, but it's fine. She always also went forward with prayers. I remember we were about 5 or 6, 7 years old when we started praying. My mom would wake us up at 5 a.m. with the whole family. We had a family devotion mostly at night before we all went to bed, and we would wake up again at 5 to pray. She did this because she was a large-scale baker, and we had about 7 to 10 women or girls staying with us to help her. And she brought them from the village to help with the baking, because people who know baking knows you need more hands. And she brought these girls from the village. She was teaching them, at the same time they were helping her. She was also ushering them, grooming them, and nurturing them in the way of the Lord. What best she did was that she led them to Christ. A lot of them gave their life to Christ when they came to live with us. So my house is always a full house. We cooked food large. Everyone ate. Whatever we ate, they ate. There was no segregation. If my mom was buying clothes for us for Christmas, they all got some. If my mom was buying clothes for Easter, they all got some. If there was any birthday, if they knew their birthday, it would be celebrated. Even though in my house we were not fan of celebrating birthdays, they will be celebrated one way or the other by singing them a song, just cooking a special food in the house. Those little gestures and compliments always made everyone's day, and we were all treated the same. My dad would punish us and reward us the same. We will learn how to cook, wash, clean, sweep, just like any of them. And so my house was always a beautiful house as I was growing up. However, my mom, as a Christian woman, would always leave us at a very young age and go for evangelism. She would ride bicycle with her colleagues, as in a women group, and they'll go into the community to lead people to Christ. The Bible says that the one who wins souls is wise. And I believe that because my mom was winning souls for Christ, she was built in wisdom, she was built in good manners, she was built in moral judgments and moral integrity. She is the best mom I've come to know growing up. Now that I'm grown, I appreciate her so much. And then becoming a clinical psychologist makes me just love my mom so much, even though she didn't know psychology. Because of the wisdom God gave her, we were nurtured from that perspective. I'm telling you that I do not have any childhood traumas. I am a very fulfilled, happy, content woman. I have so much love in me that I just thank God for this upbringing as a child. And so I am so lucky and privileged to have grown from such a home, and now I am content and I'm filled with love and I'm filled with what satisfaction. I have a sense of belonging, and I have a good self-esteem. I'm also towards building my self-actualization, and I'm achieving so good in life. Not everyone has it that way. Some women didn't get to be brought up from good homes. Even if they had good homes and everything provided from them, there was no grooming, there was no nurturing, there was no attention, there was no care. They have this avoidant attachment personality, and they find it so difficult to be decisive or discerning. And so and if you grow in such an environment, you would grow up missing so much in life. And so it may also be very difficult to know who loves you, or who genuinely loves you, because you think that the little somebody would do, it's okay to settle for less. So what I want a lot of women to know is that it is fine if you know there are certain things lacking in your life, but the reflection today is what? To learn certain things yourself. Because if you know you're becoming a great person in life, you just don't have any option than to learn these things yourself, because it counts for being a great person or a great woman in life. Some people may say, oh, you don't know who you may marry, and it comes as a compliment to marry a high value, high functioning man. But I believe that as a woman, you should be high value and you should be high functioning. You should allow yourself to explore and to learn from these mistakes. And you can start by manifesting what is real. You need to start to do the positive things in your life. You need to change the way you think, change the way you speak, how you dress, how you appear, how you accept new growth. You need to change all of these things, because sometimes, you see, you may feel that you don't need all of this in your present moment. But as the saying goes, the more you dig, the more you may find what? Pure gold, and even greater gold. So if you don't go through this soul searching, if you don't go through this self-learning era in your life, because 2025 is more of a year, I see good things happening in 2025. And then if you don't if you don't set yourself in that tone, it means that this year will pass you by and you would be the same person. But I always know that you can never meet the same person twice. People evolve, people change, and so whatever that you change, let it be towards personal development. Let it be towards a woman you are really proud of. Some people will say, be with somebody who makes you happy. But the real deal is what? Be someone who makes yourself happy. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you don't have any option than to be happy with how you are growing, how you are maturing, how you are navigating through life, how things are turning out for you. It is the great aspect of being a woman. So with that, you won't be desperate to fit in. You won't be desperate to do the wrong things in life or rush through life, because like I said, the only person you can fix is yourself. And by fixing yourself, you need to start manifesting the things that will make you a changed person. And changed people normally start with what? Their own life, intrinsic things that you have learned as social learning, or maybe observation, or however you have learned those things. You have to what? Unlearn them, relearn something again. At the end of the day, you will discover that, oh my goodness, I am capable of so many good things than where I have really settled myself. You realize that, you discover that you are what? You have so much capability and power, but because you didn't truly know who you are, all of that was hidden, right? So God bless you so much for this life, and I would like you to attract only the things that are good. As a woman, what do? You don't chase, you attract, and then you choose what you best deserve. Always put this at the back of your mind. Whatever that you choose to attract, let it be great experiences, number one. Number two, let it be unlimited opportunities for you. Never limit yourself in any way. Never limit yourself in any way. Always strive for more and greater things, or to soar greater heights. Attract yourself to good news. You need to start telling people, if it's not good news, please don't share it. I don't want to be around it. I don't want to be around toxic people or toxic environment. You need to attract blessings. You need to know that as your mouth speaketh, so you are. If you don't call out blessings in your life, you would attract the opposite. So make sure you attract all the good things in life, the things you believe that you deserve. And then number four, do not allow the opposite, no matter how it manifests itself. I think a lot of times we know what is good and what is bad from the beginning or the onset of any startup friendship or relationships, but we normally just hide the truth. Like, we deny it, we give excuses to it. I don't know, for whatever reason that you may have, but the truth is that you know the relationships currently that you hold, that you are not growing, that does not benefit you, that does not make you happy, and it is time to let those ones go. So thank you so much for your time. Now let's read our Bible. Let's read Proverbs chapter 18, because I love Proverbs, and I know this year God has so much wisdom instilled in us. God has so much wisdom to instill in us as we patiently walk with God. I believe that these things will truly come to pass. Now, Proverbs chapter 15 verses 1 going says that a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stirs up anger. The tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness. The eyes of the Lord are everywhere, beholding the good and the evil. A wholesome tongue is tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit. A fool despiseth his father's instruction, but he that regardeth reproof is prudent. In the house of the righteous is much treasure, but in the revenues of the wicked is trouble. The lips of the wise disperse knowledge, but the heart of the foolish do not so. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is his delight. The way of the wicked is an abomination unto the Lord, but he loveth him that followeth after righteousness. Correction is grievous unto them that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die. Hell and destruction are before the Lord. How much more than the hearts of the children of men? A scorner loveth not one that reproveth him, neither will he go unto the wise. A merry heart maketh a cheerful countenance, but by sorrow of the heart the spirit is broken. The heart of him that had understanding seeketh knowledge, but the mouth of fools feedeth on foolishness. All the days of the afflicted are evil, but he that is of a merry heart hath a continual feast. Better is little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble therewith. Better is a dinner of herbs where love is than the stalled ox and hatred therewith. A wrathful man stirred up strife, but he that is slow to anger appeaseth strife. The way of the slothful man is as hedge of horns, but the way of the righteous is made plain. A wise son maketh a glad father, but a foolish man despiseth his mother. Folly is joy to him that is destitute of wisdom, but a man of understanding walketh uprightly. Without counsel, purposes are disappointed, but in the multitude of counselors they are established. A man had joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season, how good it is. The way of life is above to the wise, that he may depart from hell beneath. The Lord will destroy the house of the proud, but he will establish the border of the widow. The thoughts of the wicked are an abomination to the Lord, but the words of the pure heart are pleasant words. He that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house, but he that hateth gifts shall live. The hearts of the righteous steady to answer, but the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he that heareth the prayer of the righteous. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous. The light of the eyes rejoiceth the heart, and the good report maketh the bones fat. The ear that heareth the reproof of life abideth among the wise. He that refuseth instruction despiseth his own soul, but he that heareth reproof getteth understanding. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before humor is humility. God bless you so much. And this is the word of the Lord. Glory be to God. Reading from the King James Version. I mean, if you have read this over and over again, it just tells you how God don't like the unrighteous, the evil people, the mischievous people, the scorners, the frowardness. Everything about the unrighteous displeases the Lord. Is not his delight. He doesn't want to hear it. He doesn't like it. It's distasteful. It goes further to just say that God just have no time for evil people. He has no time for people who are wicked, whose heart continually devises to do evil, who will not sleep unless they do evil, who would sow discord among the brethren, and whose feet are swift to do evil all the time. Sometimes you may have such people as your friends, right? And you think, oh, because by being their friend you can help them navigate life. Like I told you, you can never fix anybody. You can never fix anybody. People choose to be the way they are based on so many factors. And as a clinical psychologist, I always want to make things plain for you that even through therapy, people take years. Sometimes people take years before they can change certain behavior or even thought patterns. So you can never fix anyone, even you yourself. There are certain things you are battling with. How long has these things been in your life that you think that because I'm with this person just because of a relationship or because I'm desperate for friendship or companionship, I may change them? It doesn't always happen like that. So the Bible says that knowledge is what we need. In all our getting, we should get understanding. And my favorite or the memory verse for today should be Proverbs chapter 15, verses 3. The eyes of the Lord are everywhere, beholding the evil and the good. There is nothing that we do that God is not aware or God does not know. He's watching us. He knows everything it is with us. So on a deeper reflection, are you proud of yourself, of certain things you have done? If you are not, I don't think God is also proud of you. But do you love yourself enough to start the proud journey, to start doing things right, to start looking at your life in a different lens, to start with grace and love and forgiveness, to look at yourself that I think I've done enough and I don't think I'm living a good life. I want to give my life to Christ. I want God to take hold of my life. I want to start a new journey. And even though I may not understand certain things now, I believe with time these things will come to clarity and I'll have the freedom to live to my fullest potential. May God help us, and may every distraction be faded away in your life in the mighty name of Jesus. God bless you and have a good day. Bye.